What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve Natto, and we're here today with a brand new, really interesting sneaker. This is the Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid Edge. These just dropped pretty recently here in January of 2020, and it's a very cool silhouette for a very low retail price that's attracting a lot of attention. This is the first colorway to come out. I think only a couple other ones have been rumored at this point, but I was really glad to pick it up. They ended up selling out on Nike.com within minutes, and I was lucky enough to grab, a pair to get for this video here. But we got a lot to dive in for today, so I'm excited to get into this video here. There's a lot going on with this shoe that's very interesting, so very excited to show it to you guys today. But be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. You guys can follow me on social media, as well as drop a like if you guys like this video. But for today, let's just jump right into the video here of the Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid Edge. Alright, so here we are with the shoes, and the actual release date for these was January 13th. They dropped on Nike.com. I'm not really sure if they dropped anywhere else, but I know for sure they did drop on there and sold out pretty quick. This is a very new model and, a new shoe from Nike SB. I didn't really see skate shops get these either, but whatever the case, I was able to grab this pair here just because it looks very interesting, as you can see at first glance. They did a lot with the actual design and the swoosh. As you can see here, we got a swoosh on the toe box as well, and we have a full swoosh on the inside, as well as two different tongues. So there's a lot to cover here, but before we dive further into the shoe, we'll take a look at the box real quick. It's just a classic Nike SB box, and on the tag here we see Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid Edge in white and midnight navy for a retail price of 95 bucks. So 95 is a great retail price. Nike SB tends to keep it, fairly simple in terms of that. And for this one here, we got a very, very inexpensive shoe, so always nice to see from Nike. But now taking a closer look at the shoe here, if we take a look at the midsole, we see it's white. We got a white overlay piece towards the back, and then we have the blue midnight navy swoosh going up across the very top of the toe box. We have a suede mid panel towards the toe of the shoe, but also close to the middle. And we have this swoosh outlined in kind of distressed fabric here, where it's sewn in, but only sewn in some of the parts. This is literally how it came right out of the box, so I didn't play around with this at all, and it's pretty cool to see. And then on the back, we have suede upper patch saying Nike up top in blue, and you can see here's the very real difference between the outer and inner part, lateral and medial side of the sneaker for the different swooshes. But now onto the medial side, this is more of a typical looking blazer. We have the canvas kind of upper, we have the midnight navy swoosh in blue. So pretty interesting, but as you can see, there's a lot going on. The toe box up here shows the front end of the swoosh in midnight navy, also on the toe. And as we move up the sneaker onto the tongue and the laces, we actually have two different tongues. So now I did want to loosen up the shoe a little bit to take a better look at the tongue, just because this is really interesting and something I didn't even realize until I got the shoes in hand. But as you can see, it's two different tongues, similar to the Sakai's. And the first one actually says Dunk Low Pro and is a thin Nike SB Dunk Low tongue. And then the upper one says Blazer Mid Edge, which is more of the old school vintage 77 style blazer tongue that we've seen on more blazers as of recently. But this one in red, this one in white. And I just had no idea this was a combination. Very, very interesting. And more towards the bottom, you can see that they are sort of essentially sewn on together on top of each other, as we can see here on both sneakers. But just a very, very interesting touch that I don't really know the exact explanation for. So if any of you guys do or have seen that anywhere, feel free to leave it in the comments. But I thought it was really cool and pretty interesting to see. And now if we turn on the flash to take a look inside the shoes, we can see there's a midnight navy insole with red Nike SB and Zoom Air written on the inside. And then we can take a look at the size tag right here for the numbers and information. And lastly, we take a look at the outsole here on the Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid Edge, and we can see it's just your classic Blazer Mid outsole in a gum color. And now that we have taken a full up-close look at this brand new silhouette here, I'm very excited to get these laced up and show you guys what they look like on feet. So let's go. All right, so now there we have it for the Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid Edge on feet. So I gotta say, I'm really happy with this shoe. I think Nike's done a lot right for this sneaker right here. One thing I did forget to mention too is that they did actually come with an extra set of that midnight navy blue laces. So another great touch for that $95 retail point. So if that's where we start talking at recognizing, what this shoe is, where it is in the market, and seeing how it exists, similar to other shoes, we see it's a Nike SB for 95 bucks. So that in itself is great. The regular 77 vintage Blazers that we've seen released over this past year, retail on those is 100 bucks, and those are a lot more plain and simple than these. So I was really surprised to see that they were $5 cheaper at retail than that. However, on this shoe, it also incorporates things that we've seen on other sneakers, but done in a different way. In that, like I mentioned for the tongue on here, like the Sacai Blazers and the Sacai LD Waffle, and we see this swoosh on the lateral side that exists on the Defiant Jordan 1s. So it's a combination of a bunch of different things, as well as Nike tying it together in a little bit of a different way, to which I really like. The shoe itself, I think, is arguably a very good and interesting looking sneaker, and I think that is either going to be hit or miss for people. I personally like it. I think it looks pretty cool, but I'm more happy to see Nike doing more interesting things. I really like this combination of things. I really like that they threw on the Dunk tongue as well. I think it's just a cool, innovative type of difference to see in the market, and doing it at a good retail point. So I'm excited to see if they do more sneakers like this, or more interesting things like this, and or more colors of this shoe. Like I mentioned before, I think there's 2 other ones that I have seen pictures of. I don't believe they've released yet, but I'm going to see if I can get my hands on those as well, because I think this is just a very cool shoe. But in terms of sizing for this shoe, they do seem to fit true to size, just like the other 77 vintage Blazers that I reviewed last year. I think it's a great shoe. The price point is really nice. So now if I had to give you guys my final rating and opinion on a scale out of 10, I'm going an easy 9 out of 10. Like I just explained over here, I think it's a great thing to see from Nike. The retail price is great, and the quality of the shoe is also very nice too, so I don't really have many problems with it at all. I think it's a very well done and executed very well sneaker. So I was happy to see it, and I'm going an easy 9 out of 10. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Like I said, I thought this might be a hit or miss shoe for people, so interested to see in the comments below. But let's have a discussion down there. You guys can chat with me more on social media at Steve Natto. But otherwise, that does end the video for today. I think that's all that I had for you guys. So thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys again real soon on the next video.